Thank you for that discussion about the advantages and disadvantages, Kenneth. Now, we will move on to the next part of the topic, which is the useful tips. First, put only the main points of your topic. We believe that including too many texts on our slide may bore or irritate the audience. This tip is also very important because when presenting with a projector, if our slide has a lot of text in it, it can make our eyes feel agitated. Second, be cognizant of where you stand. One of the biggest things to avoid is standing in front or putting body parts into the lights of the screen. You will block someone's view, creating distracting shadows and may even force people to read the slides off of your body. Another tip is move the projector or screen into its optimal position. In some venues, sightliness can be obstructed by rows of seats. As a result, the lower portion of the slide may not be consistently visible to much of the audience. Avoid placing your most critical content too low on the slide. Another tip is avoid putting extraneous designs. When putting designs, we should make sure that they don't overlap with the text we are using, and that we are putting designs that are related to the content of our presentation. We should also ensure that it does not draw the audience's full attention. Instead, we should ensure that it only adds to the meaning of the text and the audience focuses on the text rather than the pictures. Another tip is make the images big. Big images are easier to see and can have more impact. Make sure the resolution is sufficient and that the images are not blurry or pixelated. Another is text and photos. Text and photos can be striking, but make sure the text isn't obscured by the images. Sometimes adding a subtitled text shadow helps. You can also try adjusting the photo with PowerPoint's picture tools or with a photo editing program. Another tip is use legible fonts. We should use fonts that are readable to the audience. We should think about the audience distance as well as the visibility of the fonts we're using. Another tip is keep fonts consistent. When creating a PowerPoint presentation, it is a good idea to limit the number of fonts used in each slide and throughout your presentation. Using too many fonts will distract your audience and pull attention away from your message. A good rule of thumb is to use more than 2 or 3 fonts throughout the entire presentation. Keep like ideas in one font and add additional fonts with care. Another tip is keep the lights on. If possible, avoid shutting off all the lights in a room. Most modern projectors are bright enough to make the slide visible. With room lights on, you'll be able to see and respond to your audience reaction, and they are less likely to multitask or even fall asleep. Another tip is use fewer words per slide. Lastly, no matter what technology you use to present, be careful not to overload your slide with information. Moreover, cut down on slide time altogether and spend more time conversing directly with your audience. Consider the environment in which you will present your slide. Yes, we should think about where the projector will be placed so that we can adjust our slide presentation, designs, fonts, and colors to the wall, lighting, and cloth we will be using or encountering while presenting. This will make our presentation even more appropriate for the audience. Another tip is use art to help convey your message. Use graphics to help them tell your story. Don't overwhelm your audience by adding too many graphics to a slide. So, there you have it. That's all the tips we have for you on slide projectors. That also concludes our overall discussion. Once again, this is the third group and the topic is slide projectors. Thank you for your time and thanks for watching.